Добър вечер, здравейте! Аз се казвам Петя Ламбова и съм част от екипа на Агенция за образование в чужбина Skylines, официален представител на Domus Academy за България. Тази вечер повече за академията, за възможностите, които предлага в сферата на обучението, ще ни разкаже представител на академията Киара Руцо, която е отговорник за приема на нови студенти. Ще помоля, ако имате въпроси по време на презентацията, да ги зададете в чат секцията, като ще отделим достатъчно време да отговорим на всеки един от тях. Ще се радвам да видя вашите въпроси и разбира се, на края на презентацията ще получите повече информация за възможностите двама от вас да спечелят стипендия за Domus Academy и за избраната програма. Chiara, it is your turn.
Hello everyone. I'm gonna share my screen. And we will see together a short video. Hello everyone. Thank you, Petya, for your introduction. My name is Chiara Ruzzo and I'm part of the admission and enrollment and admission team at Domus Academy. I'm very happy to be here today for this online event. We will see together and we will analyze together Domus Academy offering and the opportunities you will have by studying at Domus Academy. We will first start with some history and background about Domus Academy, and then we will analyze together the academic offering, the projects, and the opportunity, together with the reasons why of studying at Domus Academy. Let's start then with some information about the history of Domus Academy. Our academy was founded in Milan in 1982, and actually this year it's our 40th anniversary. As the first postgraduate design school in Italy, the aim of the founders was to create a school for postgraduate training, but also as a reference point in Italy, intended as a living and research laboratory for design and fashion. The designers were visionary and famous designers, the founders, like Maria Grazia Mazzocchi and Valerio Castelli, just to mention a couple. Our roots and history brought us to what we have today. 11 academic master program in 4 different areas that are design, experience, business, and fashion. Other than this, we also offer online preparatory programs and semester courses. Let's move now on the reasons why studying at Domus Academy. The answers to these questions also rely on our DNA and are part of our experience. The first reason is design eminence in the design capital, and I'll tell you why. By enrolling at Domus Academy, you will have the chance to study in a highly ranked academy recognized by international institutions. And let's tell them, when talking about fashion and design, Milan is definitely the place to be. One of the fresh news for this year is that Domus Academy, and we're very proud of that, has been awarded as one of the top 3 universities in Italy and amongst the first 100 in the world in the field of design and art by QS University Rankings by subjects. As I said, we are very, very proud about this big achievement, and because of the value that brings to not only to our teachers and to the staff, but also to our students. Other than this, Domus Academy has been awarded with the prestigious Compasso d'Oro, and in 2019 received the Badge of Excellence in Learning Experience by the prestigious Business of Fashion. The second reason why studying at Domus Academy relies on the Double Award Master Program. That is our international academic pathway. It consists in a double accreditation, not only by the Italian Ministry of Education and Research, but also from the accreditation of Privy Council UK through the partnership we had with Regent's University in London. As you can see here, this is a new program we've been offering our students from September 2021. And as I said, we'll give you, by being here in Milan, we'll give you the chance to get a double degree. One validated by the Italian Ministry of Education and Research, and the other one with the UK validation. Focusing a little bit more in depth about the difference between the two masters, in light blue in the left part of the screen, you see the academic master program. There are some differences in terms of duration, accreditation, and educational credits you will earn. As you can see, the duration of the academic master, it is 11 months. And as I said, as an Italian accreditation, and you will receive 60 educational credits. For the double award, moving to the right part of the screen in dark blue, you see some more details about it. The duration of the master is approximately 14 months. It will depend on when you start. We will see later on that we have different intakes. So it will depend on the breaks you will have in the middle. For example, Christmas break or summer breaks that are usually the longest one. The accreditation is a UK one via Privy Council. The educational credits you will receive here are 90, the equivalent of 180 UK credits, because it is like a Master of Arts. For both masters, the language is English, and we have starting dates, as I said before, we have 3 intakes, September, November, and February. The third reason why studying at Domus Academy relies on the dynamic and tailored pathway. What does this mean? We give our students the possibility to customize your study plan. This means that you will have the opportunity to be part of a cross-disciplinary workshops and to personalize your program according to your interest, but also to your professional goals. Of course, you will have the possibility to choose amongst the list of available workshops a workshop from a different master, because sometimes it happens that students, of course, have an idea when they start the master, but maybe they are curious to know, they want to analyze different aspects related to or within, let's say, the design and fashion area. By studying in Domus Academy, you will also have this opportunity. I just wanted to give you now more insight about the academic and double award master structure. So how we are organizing the program. The part you see in light blue is in common between the academic master and the double award master program. We will have, we don't have semesters, we have modules. Every module repeat up until the end, module 6. But let's see together how they are structured. Module 1, 2, and module 4 are core workshop. It means they're more related. The topics you will attend are more related to the master you chose. Every module is made up of a couple of weeks of classes that are mainly theoretical lessons, where we also have visiting professors and professionals coming to Domus Academy, bringing to you as students their own experience, and also to give you some different inputs about professional and work environment outside Domus Academy. After the 2 weeks of classes, you will move to the first workshop. That is the main part of the master. It is based on, let me tell you first of all, that our workshops are real work. So the collaboration with companies, it's real. When it comes to workshops, the representative of the companies come to Domus Academy in order to introduce to you the brief. So this is the very first time you have the chance, the opportunity to be in contact with them. They will be here for you. After the presentation of the brief, you will be divided in small groups or also be in individual workshop. You will be given a deadline, and there will be some weekly revisions scheduled in order to check that everything is working properly. Or if you have doubt or questions, program leaders, project leaders are there for you to support you. This happens, as I said, for module 1, 2, and 4. On module 3, we have the elective workshop. So the first weeks of classes are mandatory, are agreed for every module. Then you have the possibility to move to and to choose, to pick from a different master a workshop. Of course, you won't be alone in making the choice. There will be there the program leaders to support you and to answer, to guide you, you know, for every kind of question or doubts you might have. Module 5 is the presentation of the final project and the internship. We will see later on how our my dear colleagues of the career service team will support you. And the academic master ends here if you applied for the academic master. If you enrolled in the double award master, after the internship, you will come back to Domus Academy in order to finalize your module 6, that is about the final major project, that is the thesis, the final dissertation. It is a proper work of research. To this end, you will be required from the very beginning of the master to attend some additional theoretical lessons that are those you see highlighted with the background in dark blue, and they are called Critical and Creative Framework 1 and 2. After the presentation of your final project, you graduate. And that's it for the academic and double award master structure. As I said at the very beginning of this event, we also offer preparatory program that are 8-week-long series of intensive online courses that are intended to refine some skills and also to give you the opportunity to acquire a deeper cross-disciplinary understanding of our teaching methodology. They will prepare you a little bit more in detail, in depth about the master that will take place. For example, next intake for the preparatory course will start online, as I said, for 8 weeks on May 26 up until July 2022. It will prepare you and will lead you for the master starting in September 2022. Next, the following intake will be starting in November, leading to the master of starting in February. We also have semester programs. They are a kind of 15-week journey intended for those students who want to have a taste of our teaching methodology. They are part of the master course. Of course, the entry requirements are the same as the master, but you will basically be attending 2 workshops. There won't be the internship in this case, but you will be attending 2 modules. At the end, you will receive a certificate of attendance released by Domus Academy. The next intakes will be September, starting September 8th, November 10th, and February 6th next year, 2023. But let's move now to the opportunity we have with in collaboration with Skylines. So this today we are launching also 2 scholarship opportunities dedicated to students who are going to apply with Skylines Bulgaria. There will be 2 prizes consisting on a special deduction of 2,500 euros for the academic master and the double award master programs, because Domus Academy is always ready to award the most talented students with a scholarship. Applying to the competition is very easy. You can contact us and send via email all necessary documents by June 3rd. In order to apply, we will need to receive the documents related to your educational background, that is your bachelor degree and transcripts, the portfolio, of course, for the master who require a portfolio, because as I always tell our students, your portfolio is like your business card. Is the way you introduce yourself, you show your skills to the program leaders, in this case, that are going to evaluate your candidacy. Please keep in mind that the portfolio is not mandatory for the master in business design, luxury brand management, and fashion management. Of course, if you have it, it's a plus, but keep in mind that it's not mandatory. The main reason is that because, of course, we at Domus Academy encourage students to apply, even if they have a different background, as long as they have, of course, the necessary skills and they are very passionate about the field they are going to apply for. For this reason, we also look at very carefully at your CV and your motivational letter. And this is the most bureaucratic part, let's say. Let's move now on the other reason why studying at Domus Academy. It's disruptive design research. This is because you will be challenged from the program leaders and from the companies to work on unconventional projects with leading companies and brands, but also professional. You will be encouraged to create disruptive design concepts. We would like to be in contact with students who are able to foresee future trends in the design field. This is something we really look for in our students. These are, for this reason, I just wanted to give you an overview of all companies we collaborate with. You will see there are also famous and big brands like Bulgari, Diesel, Google, but also some foundations like Cartel Museo, Fondazione Prada. We also worked, we will see later on some projects developed from our students during workshop. We also worked with the municipality of Milan, Comune di Milano, for a project. Yes, you see they are coming companies and coming from different fields within design and fashion industry. Let me just add that we are also in contact with the design studio. So we give our students also the possibility to start in a smaller work environment. As I said before, let's go now to the real and most important part of this presentation, that are the projects. We are very proud of the project our students developed during the workshop. We will see now the project divided by the design, by the areas we saw before. So we will see design area, experience area, business area, and fashion area. For the design area, let me introduce you the first project for the Master in Product Design. It's called O-Live, and it's in collaboration with Olivetti. Student created a 3D printer that is integrated with some tools Olivetti produced. Before printing the object, users can see also from a detachable screen the curiosity, but also information about the product while printing it. It's very user-friendly, and students were challenged in order to find a solution to easily use for customers this 3D printer. For interior and living design, we worked with Cartel Museo. Students for this workshop in particular were challenged to create an innovative retail shop scenario for Cartel. Before starting to work to the project, of course, they had to study the history, the customer's behavior, in order to create the right environment, because they wanted to create a digital presentation consisting also in concept scenarios, but also prototypes, renderings, images, all kind of aspects that need to be introduced in a project. For the Master in Urban Vision and Architectural Design, that is the last master belonging to the design area, our student had the opportunity to collaborate with Comunità Montana di Valle Trompia. The challenge in this project for our student was to analyze and to, let's say, foresee the next future trends where people will be moving from cities, from metropolitan areas to, the mountains. In this way, they needed to, of course, study and see how regenerate the mountains and the environment in order to welcome also the needs of people, of working people coming from the cities. They, for this reason, also integrated there some amusement parks and some entertainments and activities for leisure. Let's move now on fashion area, where we will see projects from fashion design, fashion management, and fashion styling and visual merchandising. For fashion design, I'm already telling you, I have a video about the fashion graduate. There's no need to add words because it's like the main event for our students. It's an event that takes place in Milan where students have the possibility to develop their own collection. There will be also the catwalk, and I will show you how everything works. Okay, the event was, the video you saw is from 2019. Then we were back with another event after 2 years last October with Fashion Graduate. So we had the opportunity, I'm very happy also about this, to have back the Fashion Graduate in 2021, and there will be another one next year. So this is one of the main opportunity. As I said before, we give our students of fashion design master. Moving to fashion management, you can see here a project in collaboration with YOUX Net-a-Porter. We all know YOUX, the platform. Our students in this case were required to find a new customer journey for the students in order for the users in order to improve the omni-channel experience and also trying to personalize as much as possible the shopping experience based, of course, on the analysis of the customer behavior. For fashion styling and visual merchandising, we have here a project in collaboration with L'Officiel, where our students were asked to produce a visual contest that can create a combination, a mix with aesthetic selection of clothes, but also accessories. Now, let's move to the business area, focusing on the Master in Business Design and the Master in Luxury Brand Management. For business design, we had the opportunity to collaborate with Deliveroo. Here, the aim of the project was for our student to redesign the strategy of the entrepreneurial venture in order to give to Deliveroo, in Italy in particular, in the Italian market, the opportunity to differentiate, to highlight the company from other competitors, because the market is full of delivering apps. For luxury brand, we collaborated with Bulgari. The aim of the communication campaign the student needed to develop was to bring back Bulgari and Serpenti collection to the attention of young audience, young people. Of course, they worked mainly on promoting activity with communication strategy, not only through social media, but also with offline advertisement. Moreover, the student wanted to and had the opportunity to involve 2 fashion designers and 4 photographers to interpret again then this Serpenti collection with Bulgari. Moving to the experience area, you will see interaction and service design and visual brand design. The project here is in collaboration with Illimity, and it's a service, a digital service intended for those people who need to set their financial goals. This service moved along three different aspects. The first one was a widget to set goals and enter information, but also more details, like, for example, pictures the users want to buy. The second aspect was a driven coaching to motivate and track the product along the final way to buy it. The third part was a kind intended as a community between users in order to share their experience and get some suggestions, but also feedback from real people. For service design, we collaborated with Comune di Milano, the municipality of Milan. It is an app-based service that will give to Comune di Milano, but also to citizens, to make improvements to the city. From the point of view of the administrators, it was very useful because they could extract data from the app, and for the citizens was very useful because they were part of the city. They could, give the administrator and the municipality their feedback, analyze aspects going on in the city, most relevant events taking place in Milan. For the master in visual brand design, we collaborated with AKQA and ActionAid on the main topic of water. It was a communication project in order to raise awareness on the projects and in order to raise awareness also for the GSEN targets on the issue of the access and right access to water. For this reason, they tried to create a best practice benchmark to propose to users, and a tag of on every product showed the price in the southern hemisphere of the water needed to produce certain items. This is always intended in order to, raise awareness. The other reason why choosing Domus Academy, it's about design experience and unique career opportunities. And this is what I was telling you before about the career service office that we have here at Domus Academy. Let me tell you, first of all, that by being here a student at Domus Academy, you will have the opportunity to join our alumni community, where you will have the opportunity to be in touch in the network of alumni, exchange experience, but also have access to our platform in order to find different job opportunity also after graduation. These are some of the guests we have, because especially during this period, we usually host twice a month some talks with famous designer and with our alumni. Just to give you an idea of our alumni who are now entrepreneurship or are fashion designer in the field. The last part of this presentation is dedicated to placement rates. First of all, the internship is 100% guaranteed because it's a ministerial requirement. So you need to have your internship in order to graduate. You don't have to look for it. We have a career service office that will support you in finding the best internship opportunity for you. We have they will schedule with you from the very first moment you arrive here, some regular meetings in order to identify the most suitable internship opportunity for you according to your professional goals, but also to the skills you already had and the ones you are developing during the masters. They also organize some career days where companies come to Domus Academy in order to meet you. For this reason, we have, and we are again very proud of this, a 91% placement rate and 89% job satisfaction. This means that 89% of our students work in a field relevant to the master they graduate from after 1 year from graduation. And I am done with this part. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you everyone. I'll stop sharing my screen.
Thank you very much, Chiara. We had few questions and one of them is related to the language requirements. If you can share what is the minimum level of English?
Of course. For English, we usually recommend our student to take an IELTS for the academic master with a score of 5.0. For the double award, the level is a little bit higher. So it is 5.5 minimum overall and in every single component. I'm saying this because 5.5 is a minimum. For example, it might happen that a student might have 7 in listening and 5 in writing, for example. This is not accepted. Must be 5.5 minimum in every single component. Just to be super clear.
Thank you. And if you can share what is the tuition fee, how it is paid, also the application procedure. And there is a question about the accommodation opportunities and if you can help students to find their accommodation.
Of course. As for tuition fee, the academic master cost is 21,900 euro. While the double award master program, so the master with the double accreditation, the cost is 23,000 euro. When you receive your admission, the first payment is the pre-enrollment fee of 3,000 euro because you need to reserve your seat. And then the remaining part of the tuition fee can be divided up to 4 installments by adding a small administrative fee. And the housing service, right? We have an housing service inside Domus Academy. They have a different connection with landlords, so they will be able to offer you different solutions according to the area you would like to live, your budget, of course, and the needs you have. For example, they have studio flat, share apartment, single rooms, double rooms, it depends. Once you will enroll and you are admitted, the admission team will share with you the direct contact details of them, but they are also on our website, so you can trust them. They are here, working here inside Domus Academy, and they're very nice and will be very happy to support you.
Can you please tell us a little bit more about the scholarship opportunity that you are giving to Skyline students? What is the coverage, and if a payment in installment is possible, can it be connected to the scholarship and payment in installment?
Of course. Everything works in the same way also for scholarship. If you send your application and you are awarded with a scholarship, which I do hope, what you will have to do is, as I said before, paying the pre-enrollment fee to reserve your seat and get the scholarship. The remaining part, the scholarship you will be awarded with, will be deducted from the tuition fee. The remaining tuition fee, of course, can be divided in up to 4 installments. No problem.
But beside this scholarship that you are giving to Skyline students, there are other opportunities through the year. Can you please give us a bit more information on that?
Of course. Other than this, we usually launch different scholarship opportunities because Domus Academy is always happy to award the students who are very talented. They might be usually project-based or portfolio-based. If they are project-based, usually there is a project to release, to develop. There will be you will then find all guidelines in order to, to develop the project, the brief. When it is portfolio based, like in this moment with you, with Skylines, there is no need to develop a project, and you just send your portfolio together with the documents. Usually before the main intakes, like September and February, we launch scholarship outside this one in particular.
Thank you. And what is the deadline to apply for?
It's June 3rd.
Not for the scholarship.
Oh, sorry.
For example, if I'm a student that would like to start the education at the Domus Academy in September, what is the deadline to apply for admission?
1 month prior course beginning. For example, next intake will be September 8th. So the deadline for application is August 8th. For November 10th intake will be October 10th. For February 6th, 2023 will be January 6th, 2023.
And should students wait for their diploma for bachelor studies in order to apply, or they can do it before that if they're final year?
Yes, of course, you can start your application, and I do recommend you to do so if you make your decision. You can start applying, sending the most updated transcript you have, and to send us the so-called certificate of expected graduation. It is an easy certificate. Registrar offices of university are used to release. It's an official document where the registrar office of the university states that you are enrolled in the last semester, for example, and you are going to graduate in June, I don't know, I'm assuming, or July, with a sign and a stamp. So it's official to us and it's enough. Of course, it's important that when you start the master for matriculation process, you need to have your the hard copy, your final BA or the diploma supplement.
Thank you. And if you can share about the living expenses in Italy, how much a student should have per month with accommodation, and if students are able to work while studying.
Okay, of course, it depends on the area of Milan you're going to live, but it happens everywhere. So if you go living in the city center, prices are more expensive. Usually a double room might vary from around 400 euro, while a single room, it's like 500, 550 per month, of course. Always assuming, depending on your lifestyle, to live in Milan, we recommend our students to consider a budget of 1,000, 1,200 euro per month. As for your question, thank you, Petya, related or to the student who made it. As for the question related to working and studying at the same time, we do not recommend it because it's 1 year, it's really intense. As I said, you literally have to work hard for the workshop and for the projects. Moreover, we have a beautiful campus here in Milan. If you might be here around, inform us. We will be happy to show you around the campus. We have labs, facilities, teachers. Finally, that we are back here in presence. Teachers are here, so we do encourage our students to take advantage of all facilities and the labs we have, and to be here in campus as much as possible.
And just one question from me. How is the situation with COVID now in Italy? I see you without a mask.
Yes.
Are there good news?
Yes, good news. We're slowly going back to normal. The mask and also the Green Pass is no longer necessary to access restaurants, public places. There are still some restrictions for cinema or theaters, like places. And of course, there is a recommendation up until mid-June to wear the mask when there are crowded places. In the office, we are still taking the mask when we are with other people up until mid-June. Let's say, fingers crossed, but the weather is beautiful, things are going better. So let's hope for the best for everyone in general.
Just 1 second, there is another question. Yes, a student is asking if there is going to be another event like this one in the next few years, maybe for students who are still far from applying this year. If she is in first or second year of university and not possible to apply this year.
Okay, yes, of course. As I said before, we with Petya, with Skylines, we are in contact. So more than happy to welcome you as a student. Good luck for your future studies. We hope to see you soon here at Domus Academy. But yes, Petya, let me add that we also have some online open days. We have online talks, so you can stay. I'm talking to the student. You can stay updated and be in touch with us. We will be happy to do so.
Thank you, Chiara. I would just ask the students if there are any other questions to ask them. So let me go again quickly through, not to have forgotten anything. Yes, we talked about the English language requirements. We spoke about the tuition fees and scholarship opportunities, about accommodation and living expenses. If I'm missing anything, I don't think so. Okay, so a student is asking specifically for how to apply for the scholarship dedicated to Skyline students.
Petya, I guess they can send the documents to you or to me. It's the same. We will check your application. You can do everything via email. Petya, correct me if I'm wrong. They can be in touch with you or with me. It's the same. And we will check your application. In case we are missing some documents, we will ask you. So don't worry.
So it also really depends about the program that a student is applying, because some of the programs, they don't need to provide a portfolio.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So they are, let me recap. Mm-hmm. The portfolio is not mandatory for business design, fashion management, and luxury brand management.
Yeah. And for the rest, the list of documents,
it's your bachelor's degree or certificate of expected graduation, complete transcripts or most updated ones, CV, your resume, motivational letter, portfolio if mandatory, English requirement. If you still don't have the English test because maybe you don't have the time up until June 3rd to attend an exam, don't worry, we will be in touch and we will, you can send it later on, not super later on, but we can give you some more time. And for the double award, 2 reference letters.
Thank you.
They can be released by your teachers at university or if you already have some professional experience from your employers.
I will just give few more moments about other questions if there are any.
Of course.
Yeah. So I'm going to switch in Bulgarian just to say few more words. Sorry for that.
No problem.
Благодаря ви още веднъж за това, че бяхме заедно тази вечер. Надявам се информацията да е била полезна и интересна за вас. Всички въпроси, които имате, които възникнат след тази презентация, ще се радвам да отговоря по имейл. info@skylines-bg.com е основният имейл на Skylines, основен представител на Domus Academy за България и съдействаме напълно безплатно по време на целия кандидат-студентски процес. Ще се радваме да помогнем, ако имате въпроси свързани с мотивационното писмо или с портфолиото, както и да предадем във време пакета с документи, за да може да кандидатствате за една от 2 стипендии, които Domus предлага специално за студенти на Skylines. Както разбрахте, има и няколко приема в годината, така че ако не успеете за септември или ноември тази година, има възможност и за старт на обучението през февруари месец. Ще се радвам още веднъж да помогна на всеки един, който има въпроси или нещо неясно. Благодаря ви много за отделеното време и ще се радвам да бъдем във връзка. Thank you very much, Chiara. I believe there are no more questions.
Okay.
If there is anything after the presentation, I would be happy to share it with you and hope to have applicants for the scholarship who will really win it.
Yes, I will wait for the application and let me thank you and our guests for attending this online event. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, Chiara. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.